Hey everybody, it's Emily Belknap with the Hendrix Belknap Group at Keller Williams The Marketplace, and today we're at Evergreen Home Loans to talk to Scott Reynolds about your lending questions. So let's go meet him. Scott Reynolds of Evergreen Home Loans. Scott is one of my favorite lenders. When we say that we trust a lender, I trusted Scott with my own transaction. So in April of 18, I called Scott and I was like, I don't know, me and my husband might be ready to buy, we might not be. Can you just let me know where we're at? Is there some stuff we need to work on? And it worked out fantastic. We bought a house 3 months later and didn't even think that was coming. I trust Scott with me, so of course I'm going to trust Scott with any of our clients. So Scott, tell us, how long have you been in the Valley? How long have you been at Evergreen?
Well, I came to Las Vegas in the early 90s, and then I did construction for a while. I came here doing construction. I used to build lakes, and I actually built the lake at in Green Valley at the golf course there. I decided to become a lender in October of 1992. Never had even thought about doing lending in my life. I found my passion. It's what I love to do.
I think one of our favorite pieces about working with you guys and your team is we obviously work with a bunch of different lenders across the board, and the one thing we can always count on with you guys is you are always a phone call away, and you mean it.
Yep.
Even if we ask you and you're like, let me get back to you, it's always by end of day, maybe, if not sooner.
That's the key to life, is communication.
Well, and you have a stellar team behind you too.
In my family life, they say behind every good man is a better woman. I feel very confident in what I do, but I have great confidence in the 4 assistants that I have that help me. So giving people information so they can make an informed decision just seems to have a better performance with our borrowers. I can't tell you how many people call me for a refinance, and the first question, what type of loan you have? I'm not sure. What's your interest rate? Do you have PMI? When will that come off? Not that I expect the homeowner to be able to pass a test later, but I want to educate them what they got into so they understand it. It's typically the biggest purchase you ever make in your life, and it's amazing how uninformed folks are about what they're into. What's the characteristics of the loan? What if I can't stay here and I have to move? Am I allowed to rent my house out? Is there rules, restrictions on that?
So one of the things that we run into a lot with some especially first time home buyers is they don't understand how soon they should get with a lender. So can you walk them through that a little bit?
As soon as you're thinking about buying a home, they should have a conversation. Information is free, at least with me it is. And the sooner that they start getting an idea of what they need to do, my job is to inform you so you can make an informed decision. There's basically 4 things to getting a home: your credit, your income, your assets, and then the collateral. That's the property that you choose. And actually that can affect the qualifying situation, so I want to go in depth with them about that. So there's a lot that goes into it. So the sooner I can have a conversation to do what I call game planning, to prepare you for home ownership, the sooner the better. I personally think now is a great time to buy. One thing about interest rates, they're really low right now. They've been low, but they're not going to stay low. That's a fact.
Right.
I tell people, rates are the opposite of gravity. We say with gravity is what's up must come down. With rates, what's down must go up.
Anybody that knows Scott knows that he's a very, very big Raiders fan.
Just a little bit.
So why the Raiders?
I've lived all over the place. My dad was a colonel in the Air Force, fighter pilot, so we didn't live anywhere very long. One of the things I do really like about them is the fact that they were one of the first NFL teams to hire a Hispanic coach and a black coach, and somebody executive with a female in the executive part of it. And they're pioneers and leaders in that industry, in that part of it. And usually football is kind of the good old boys doing stuff, and the fact that they'll just be rebels and embrace our community, it's just awesome. And I've been a lifelong Raider fan, and they're coming to Vegas, baby.
I know you better be so pumped about them coming to town.
Absolutely.
So if you're thinking about home ownership now, next week, 6 months from now, a year from now, give us a call. We'll get you hooked up with Scott, get you a quick phone call so you can see where you're at, see what you can do to be ready in a year, or you might be ready now and not even know it. So give us a call at 702-670-1690, and we look forward to getting you in a home.